This Hades RNG aura creator was allegedly exposed for being a complete creep. Recently, Hades RNG's game director, Cairo, made an announcement with a Google document of allegations against the former Hades RNG aura creator, Roy's Main. The introduction of the document states that Roy's Main was once a highly trusted aura creator, tester, and contributor for Hades RNG, and he made 14 auras and played a key role in designing biomes and the map for the game. In part 1, the text discusses allegations of blackmailing and how Roy has been blackmailing the staff, making numerous threats such as if he ever got banned or left the server, he was going to take all his auras with him. And this effectively prevented the Hades RNG staff from banning him. It also states that allegedly Roy demanded someone that was rightfully banned to be unbanned, and due to the ongoing issues, Hade, the owner of Hades RNG, was left with few options. One of the options was to pay for 14 auras and compensate all their creators, which would have put a dent in Hade's funds. To counter this, they decided to get someone to rework all of Roy's auras, thereby cutting all of Roy's power and control over the game. Hade also paid 20,000 Robux to someone for one of the auras, and allegedly Roy later demanded it to be removed from the game, claiming he no longer wanted the aura in the game. Under it is a screenshot of the conversation of Roy saying he wants the auras removed. Allegedly, Roy also threatened Henben, the community manager of Hades RNG, with 3 unfair options. Hade would have to pay Roy for all his work along with everyone else's aura that was accepted by Hades RNG. Hade would have to create a special guagua specifically for Roy. Henben would need to publicly apologize to Roy and step down as community manager for Hades RNG. Allegedly, the blackmailing led to Henben having to push Roy's auras being reworked, cutting off his ability to use them as leverage. Under this is a screenshot of Roy blackmailing Henben. In part 2, the text discusses allegations of Roy claiming ownership of 14 auras, biomes, and the map, despite the fact that many of the auras were collaborative efforts with others contributing more than Roy. 2 of the 14 auras, such as Abysmal and Defiance, weren't even made by Roy and was made by a person named Zed. Under this are screenshots to prove that Roy does not have full ownership over all the auras. In part 3, it discusses allegations of leaking. It states that allegedly after Roy found out that his auras wouldn't be removed from the game, he decided to leak the RBXM files of every aura he worked on, and these RBXM files allow you to insert the contents into your game, meaning those who received these files had access to these auras, biomes, and the map. Under this is screenshots of Roy leaking the RBXM files. In part 4, it discusses allegations of Roy being an unevolved Pokemon lover, with screenshots of Roy, who is 19 years old, allegedly having sexual conversations with an unevolved Pokemon that is 15. Below this are screenshots documenting these conversations. Upon receiving this, they went to seek clarification about all of this with Roy, and allegedly Roy's only defense was that he stated that nothing occurred, and despite request for a more credible explanation, Roy just responded with "why would he do that?" and claimed that they were simply just friends. And they noticed that Roy took longer to respond whenever the topic was brought up, which raised suspicions. Under this is screenshots of Roy's suspicious responses to all of this. In the text under the screenshots, it stated that they don't possess any concrete evidence of a relationship, but they do have screenshots of Roy making inappropriate remarks to this unevolved Pokemon. Under this is screenshots of Roy's disgusting behavior. In the text under these screenshots, it states that new information information reveals even more evidence against Roy, stating that allegedly there are multiple instances of Roy having inappropriate online interactions with not just a 15-year-old unevolved Pokemon, but a 16-year-old unevolved Pokemon as well. Allegedly, Roy also engaged in similar interactions with the unevolved Pokemon's boyfriend, who is also in the same age group. Allegedly, Roy maintained a group chat with these unevolved Pokemons, where Roy engaged in role plays. And allegedly, Roy tried to downplay the situation, stating that he wasn't together with these unevolved Pokemons, but did the things that people would do in a relationship to avoid being labeled as an unevolved Pokemon lover. Allegedly, Roy has spoken to the unevolved Pokemons with the intentions of keeping all of this secret. It also states that they strongly advise people to not associate with Roy because he is a dangerous individual and a 69 god. Under this is screenshots of Roy's disgusting and weird roleplay with an unevolved Pokemon. In the end of the document, it gives credits to everybody that has helped make it. This is everything in the document of what Roy's main has allegedly done. I really appreciate you for watching. Subscribe and turn on notifications if you want to be a part of my journey. Peace out.